Well, here we are, July 2025, and I'm just preparing for my epic road trip to Russia in a Jaguar. This is going to be awesome. Here we go. Here's the flight.
Let's go! Hey! Drills the Sarge! How you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm on the road. I'm just on the motorway now, on the M20, heading down to Dover. Should be there in about half an hour, I guess. Coming into the port of Dover now. That was quick. Made good time. I've got about an hour and a half before I'm supposed to check in, so there's a garage right right at the bottom of this hill. I might stop in there. We'll see. But yeah, she's a beauty, mate. She's purring like a good Dover.
J'arrive, ça regarde de travers, capuché parce que je suis trop cramé. J'avance avec équipe armée, je m'organise comme si je mourrais jamais. Mon amour, je vais rentrer tard, étrier bleu ciel, fait noir. Ils font tous des petits pas dès qu'ils aperçoivent la guitare. Anina nani nina oh, tanina nina nina oh, anina nani nina oh, tanina nina nina oh, anina nani nina oh, tanina nina nina oh, anina nani nina.
Welcome to France, French France. Bienvenue à France. So, start 3:30. Yeah, at 3:30 in the morning. I'm just outside Antwerp, and I thought I'd fill up and check the tyres because the tyres seemed a little bit low, and the rear tyre was very low. It's like 12 psi, so I've had to fill that up. But yeah, this service station is a beaut. Come and have a look. There she is. There's the Jag. Lovely. Come and have a look at this service station. Hello, mate. What's your name?
Joshua.
Steve. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
At the crack of dawn, we've just passed into Germany, and we've just passed a little town called Wanken, which I had a little chuckle to myself about.
Good morning from sunny Dortmund. I've come across a little problem. There's no fucking power steering, and I've got a battery light on as well, even though the engine's running. So I'm not sure what to do. So we've got a friend not far from us here in Germany, who is going to try and activate the German cavalry to get this little problem fixed. So I'm just going to sit tight in the car, because I'm not a mechanic. I'll sit tight in the car, wait for the German cavalry to fix. Yeah, mate, the belt snapped. There you go, look. Oosh. Oosh. Yep. It appears that the air conditioning compressor had seized, which had caused the belt to fail. There you go, look, Michael's underneath. Working hard. Yeah, so I'm back on the road again. Only this time somebody else is driving. The recovery guy.
Sauerland, mein Herz schlägt für das Sauerland. Begrabt mich mal am Strand, wo die Mist auf dem Qualmen, da gibt's keine Paddelmann. Sauerland, mein Herz schlägt für das Sauerland. Begrabt mein Herz im Sand, wo die Mädchen noch wilder als die Kühe sind. Stachelau, so viel wilde Sau. Da kommen alle Bauern aus Krombach und nach der Feier verprügeln sich alle. Da freut man sich schon das ganze Jahr drauf. In einer Baracke, in Kalberschnacke, da übt die Kapelle.
Good morning. Well, day 3 of my epic drive to Russia, which has gone spectacularly wrong in the first couple of days. Here in Dortmund. So the plan is that the mechanic is going to collect the part this morning at 9 o'clock, and we will go to the car. My friend Dietmar is going to pick me up, and we're going to go to the car. Hopefully Michael, the mechanic, will have fixed the belt issue, and if I can get back on the road, it will be 24 hours to the Russian border. And all the warning lights are out, mate. Yee. There she is, ready, good to go. There's a dip man. Hi Graham. And there's another Jag, look at that, look. That's a proper Jag, Graham, look at that. An XJR. Yeah, none of this Ford Mondeo shit. You've got over here, look. So, final update is we've got, with the help of Michael, beautiful Michael there, working hard away, and Mr. Dipman. With the help of these two epic gentlemen, we have the car running again. So the journey continues, 24 hours to the border, and let's go. Poland. My first impressions of Poland: forests, lots of trees, roads are pretty good, not as good as the German roads, but they're still pretty good, and they're a lot emptier than the German roads. I've been pretty much 90 mile an hour since I hit the border, and yeah, and I'm an hour into it. I haven't had to change lanes or anything like that. So yeah, very impressed. We've got 13 hours and 43 minutes until we hit the Russian border in Latvia. I'll keep you posted. Absolutely
horrendous driving conditions. You can probably hear it. Fucking awful. Look at it. Horrendous. This is the worst I've seen it. There's a massive lightning strike as well. This is real fucking bad. Real bad. I do not like driving in this. Not one bit. No siree. Good morning from sunny Lithuania. So I made some good time on the journey. I set off yesterday morning just before lunchtime from Germany, and yeah, now I'm in Lithuania. Wow, what a ride it's been. What a ride. Sat-nav took me down some weird and wonderful routes, did a bit of off-roading. I lost data. I didn't get any roaming data or network, actually, for that matter, in Poland. So I was without connection. I had to basically go to the service stations and connect to their Wi-Fi to get you know, any sort of data going. Yeah, and I've just driven constantly since yesterday morning, and it's now 8:41. So I've been driving for nigh on nearly 24 hours. I have had breaks along the way, you know, stops, you know, comfort breaks at service stations and stuff, but no sleep. I pushed through it. There's a couple of wobbly moments, but it's good. So now we've got a little over 420 kilometers left to the border, and yeah, we're going to do that nice and quickly. All right, guys, catch you later. It's not too bad. So I'm just coming into Latvia now. It says, my sat-nav says that I've got like another 3 hours drive or something before I get to the border, but yeah, I'm not sure how accurate that is. We shall see. I've been testing the speed out on this thing a little bit. Graham was very surprised when I told him how much I got out of it. I was surprised too. I might need a new change of underwear though. I would definitely come here again, just to have a look round, because it looks pretty mint. How beautiful is that?
Un šis nav burvju triks. Šī nav raķešu zināt. Vienmēr pastāv risks. Bet es varu apstiprināt, ka šis nav burvju triks.
Just had a wee, and I got myself a nice little wafer thing and a cup of coffee. So about 14 kilometers in that direction is the border.
Tas turs bults, grūti izvilkt pakaļ no gults. Paliek kā rings, laik nosidot. Esmu tik slings, ka varu noskipot pat, savu rītdienas mītingu. Katru dienu kā brīvdien, nav nevien tā tīkdien. Bet savākties sprot, no šī nav kur izbēgt, man jāiet kaulā.
So earlier I was at the Grebnova border crossing, and that wasn't moving at all. In about 3 hours, not one vehicle moved. So I thought, right, sod this, I'm going to go to the Terahova border crossing was about an hour away, and yeah, so this is the situation. So it's absolutely chock-a-block from start to end. Day 4, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm still at the border at Terre Haute. 14 hours later, and I'm still in the queue. There's the Jag, and there's the rest of the queue, all the way up the road. So my thoughts about this border issue. Latvian border is definitely a viable option. However, there's a few things that you need to consider. First off, you're going to need at least 24 hours, I would say, to get through the border with a vehicle. Also, you have to make sure that your vehicle has got all the documents. So your registration documents, insurance documents, and also MOT documents. You will have a hard time trying to take a vehicle without technical details, technical documents into Latvia. So there's that. If you do manage to get it in, then be prepared for a fine at the border, which is what I went through. No technical documents was €55, and not registering in Latvia was another €55, so €110. And if you try and take that vehicle without technical documentation back through the same border from Russia, you will not be allowed entry. So they will turn you around at the border between Russia and Latvia, and you will have a problem. But as I mentioned before, Estonia is quite a viable option because they don't check like they do in Latvia. So it's just a bit of useful information for you there if you decide that you want to take your vehicle across. I'd heard, talk of 18-hour delay, 12 hours, 18-hour delays, but this is terrible. 48 hours. Here we are. Welcome to Russia. After a very, very eventful 48 hours. A nice little story there that I can tell you about the customs officers. But yeah, I'm just glad to be here. And on with the journey. Yeah, so basically what happened was my friend Grisha and Mikey asked me to bring some goodies over to Russia for them, some black pudding and some cheese. So that was tucked away nicely in my boot until I got to the border. They said, "What's this?" I was like, "Okay, it's cheese and it's black pudding." And I said, "It's okay." And this big Dennis guy, who's the head of Customs and Border Agency, said, "Not good." Cheese.
Cheers, let's cheers.
You're going to come to the office with me. We're going to fill in some paperwork. We're going to pay a small fine of about $5, and then you're going to be on your way. Okay, cool. So I went up to the office. He was extremely gracious, made me a cup of coffee. We had a good chat about where he's from. His mum's an English teacher, or his mum was an English teacher, out in Vladivostok. And cheese. Anyway, this story gets better. So we get back down to the car. They need to weigh the cheese and the black pudding. So having a look at it, like amazed at how much black pudding I took and how much cheese, the size of the block of cheese that I took. And Dennis came over to me and he said, "Steve, I've got some good news for you." So I was like,
okay, you're gonna make me another coffee. He's like, no, but my colleague over there, pointing to a guy in the corner having a cigarette, who works for the agricultural department, says that the UK is not on the list for prohibited dairy and meat items. You can take your stuff with you. I'm like, fantastic. And I got free coffee out of him as well. So we're across the border in a Jag, 3,000 kilometers later, with black pudding and cheese on the way to St. Petersburg. Fantastic times, fantastic times. St. Petersburg. About 2 hours kip along the way, and I'm about to meet Mikey, so I should be meeting Mikey just before 6 o'clock in the morning, and he's going to whisk me off to the airport where I'm going to take a flight to Murmansk. Can't wait. This is going to be epic. Driving through Russia.
Звездой в Голливуде, не выходишь на подиум в нижнем белье. У тебя не берут автографы люди, и поешь ты чуть тише, чем Монсеррат Кабалье. Ну так и я, слава богу, ни Рики, ни Мартин не выдвигался на Оскар, французам не забивал. Моим именем мне назван город на карте, но задернуты шторы и разложен диван.
Up towards St. Petersburg. I'm about 40 kilometers out of meeting Mike. We've arranged to meet up. I'm going to offload a load of stuff and then head straight to the airport.
Я наяву вижу то, что многим даже не снилось, не являлось под кайфом, не стучалось в стекло. Мое сердце остановилось, отдышалось немного и снова пошло.
Here he is. What a journey. What a journey. Ah, Mikey, how you doing, mate?
She's gorgeous, isn't she? Good to see you, buddy.
Wonderful to see you. I'm glad you made it.
We got there in the end, eh?
Yeah, wow.
Excellent.